Good morning, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday so far. My name is Joel Duggan. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's a little bit of a late start, even though we're streaming at an earlier time. I had planned to start right at 10 a.m., but I had some technical stuff I wanted to figure out. You might notice an extra camera. Hopefully that will allow people to see what's going on with the lighthouse this week. Can everybody hear me in the chat okay? I was having some mic issues as well. I think I might be in the wrong chat room. I really wish that Twitch, after a raid, would send you back to your normal chat room, like to your own chat room. I think I was hanging out in Tadpole's chat room on my iPad. And is Twitch gonna make me sign in? I really hope not. Because my phone is how I two-factor authenticate, and that's busy with the second camera. Thanks for the feedback. I can lean over and check out the chat and the other monitor. Please log in. Welcome to the chat room. This is how we do tech support live on stream, folks. What a great way to start the day. Come on! Dear iPad from 2012. Go! Make do! Stuff! Still not loading. Alright, hopefully that will come together. There we go. There's Leaguer, there's Dan, there's Kel. I feel like Romper Room. There's Cosmic. Kel says we can hear you just fine. Good luck with that, says Dan. Yeah, welcome to my life. My tech life the last couple days has not been the best. Although I say that, and some of that might be at the feet of the UI in Starfield. However, I have now sat down, pulled my chair in, and realized my coffee is in the other room. So give me one moment. Man, helter-skelter morning. In a good way, but helter-skelter. One suggestion, Joel, for next time, add a bit of a border around the smaller camera feed. It kind of blends into the main feed on some of the edges. Hopefully that will change when I move this stuff out of the way, but you're right, Leaguer. This was kind of a last-minute addition. That's my phone. This is the Epic Cam or Epic Cam app from Elgato, I think, and that's how I was doing all of the main filming. Like, I used to have my main camera up here as my phone, but now it's down there. It's gonna shake because it's on the table. This camera above us is not on the same table as LEGO, so it might be a short-lived experiment. However, the other thing is that I have noticed over the last little while, I've been fussing over the quality of the LEGO streams, and really what I should be doing is using these Let's Chats as a bit of an experimental stream to try new stuff. So hence the camera in the lower right. If it doesn't look fantastic this week, that's okay. Maybe it'll look better next week. Maybe I'll decide I don't like it. Maybe I decide I really do like it and I'm going to use a different camera. I don't know. I could see myself using a separate camera, like a webcam or something, because I don't like having my phone tied up. Because, of course, I went to do all the social media to promote the stream. And I was like, crap, my camera's tied up in my phone. So I had to use it on my iPad. This is bag 10, by the way. I just non-ceremoniously opened up bag 10. Can you hire the second cam? Can I raise the second cam? Second cam shows how much you talk with your hands. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a kung fu talker. You gotta duck half the time. Well, you wouldn't, Cosmic. It would just go right over your head. But like most people have to. So it needs to go higher. What's in the way? Is it like Twitch? Is it Twitch UI and stuff that's in the way? I don't mind putting it higher. Give me a Actually, you know what? We've got tools. We can do this. We can do this. We have measuring things. How much higher do we want it to go? Just when you build more. Oh. You want it in the top right? I just thought it would make sense in the bottom right of this of the screen because that's where the camera is. Like you can't see it on stream, but the edge of that camera shot is basically right where that camera is sitting. I think it's an okay shot. I mean, you're going to be looking at probably my terrible window. I never thought about that. Maybe I should move it. I just don't want to be on camera. That's the only thing. I forgot I had that corner. Any excuse for a Cosmic a short joke? Yeah. Take him when I can get him. Yeah, I completely forgot that my crappy backdrop would be in there. Can I rotate this? There we go. So I don't know if that's going to be much of the table. Mostly over here. Tell you what, maybe I'll do the layout. So we'll do the knolling of the pieces first, and then I'll change the camera location first to something better. Maybe think of Dave Bautista from Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, talking about how analogies don't fly over my head because he's so fast he could catch them. One of the few things I liked about Guardians of the Galaxy was some of the one-liners from Bautista. These are really interesting pieces. Wow. I have it on good authority that sometimes we have lurkers in the LEGO chat. So if you are hanging out, I know I'm a bit earlier today, but hi, thanks for watching. I've been in contact with some friends that I know put it on as a second monitor and are not able to participate in chat. So hi, thanks for coming by. Lots of windows. Yeah, I really liked some of them. I think the thing that got me about Guardians of the Galaxy was I don't like awkward humor. I appreciate that some people do, but it's just not for me. So some of them were just a little bit too long, too like dragged out, but I think the one that did make me laugh was when he was eating a nut and he thought he was invisible because he was moving so slowly. That I thought was funny. Alright, says Cosmic. Lurky lurk for the reels now. Watching on my phone, so I can't do too much feedback and video stuff. Cameras appreciated. Cool, thanks. Appreciate the lurk. And thanks for the idea for the second camera. I always forget that I have, you know, my phone. The other thing, I could do this with the iPad too, which would be harder to set up because it's a heavier device, but it might be something we can do. Lots of outside pieces, it looks like. We'll be doing a lot of finishing work on the lighthouse tower today. One thing that you can do, if you don't mind, chat, is we do have highlighted messages for people that have been in the chat for a while. You can use your channel points. There's no other big redeems for them, so if you need to get my attention or alert me to the camera is being, you know, knocked off the table, or, you know, the shot is wrong or something like that, by all means let me know. I'd like to make sure that this is not just a waste of time in the bottom right-hand corner. So we shall see how this goes. I can check my shot a little bit on my little camera monitor, but it's not the same. I also need to move this. Where do I want to put this? Sort of in my way. This is the problem with my current setup, is that as these Lego sets get bigger, it becomes much more challenging. GrandpaCrafter, good to see you. I haven't had a chance to thank you personally, but thank you for the support on Patreon. Very much appreciated. I feel like you were in the Discord before, or maybe I'm thinking of the Spawn Chunks Discord, but I hope you're enjoying your time in the community. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 16. So I'm really hoping that the table doesn't shake like crazy for the iPhone. As we get farther along with this stuff, I can try to find another tripod or monopod to attach another camera to. That's not touching this table. Thor of Asgard, good to see you. That is always a fun username to be able to say out loud. An Avenger in my chat. So far this week we've been spending a lot of time in Starfield. Has anybody else in chat been playing Starfield? Now that I'm not distracted by the game, I can maybe talk about it a little bit more. Spoiler free, of course. Both for me and for people that are coming in. I wouldn't want to spoil anything. Not that I'm very far. I've only done really the first mission. Me, Dan, you're playing. What are your thoughts so far? I posted a review in the Discord yesterday, and I really thought it was a great review because while positive and not like ranty, it was still very much about pointing out some of the embarrassing and surprising oversight in the game. And the two things that I could not articulate on stream the other day, I was talking about the UI and the UI and the interface and the menus and the overly complicated systems. I thought, was a problem, and that was what this reviewer thought as well. I'm struggling to remember their names, so if anybody in my chat can remind me of the user on YouTube or post a link here in Discord, I appreciate it. But the thing that he mentioned was the onboarding. The onboarding in Starfield is awful. Like, you really are kind of clicking around trial and error. And someone, I think in chat, it might have been Angels of Souls yesterday, but somebody that it was in our live chat yesterday said that Starfield relies too heavily on the person playing having played all of the other Bethesda games. And so you're going to instinctively know how Bethesda designs their games based on your history. But if you don't have a history of playing Bethesda games, that's me. I've played Starfield a little bit, but it was a modded Starfield on Xbox, and very little. Level Cap Gaming is the name of the YouTube user. Thank you, Cal. Appreciate that. Cosmic says stop worrying about the camera shake. Everything is fine. We're fine. We're all fine here. Thank you. Cosmic gets 2 points for Star Wars quotes. Right. Little pieces times. My camera cut off. Oh, we got lots of room. I was worried when I dusted the shot today that I might have cut off too much of the low table, but it looks like a couple inches. Okay, cool. Oh, did the camera move? The camera looking at us, looking at nothing. Hold on. Oh, it is looking at something. It was really hard to see over my shoulder that the pieces were in shot. Dan says, yeah, I haven't played any other games by them and it's still struggling. Oh, absolutely. If you haven't played any games by Bethesda, you're going to be hard pressed to figure out Starfield. I've watched a couple of like tips, or not tricks, but like things you need to know before you play Starfield, and I was thankful that Force Gaming put in some chapter heads so that I could skip the ones that felt a little bit spoilery, because I skipped past his tips about ship building because I want to kind of experience that for myself. And the weapon stuff he covered a little bit. He covered a detail about the talent point system, but we figured that out live on stream yesterday. It took us a bit, but we sorted it out. So it wasn't something I felt I needed to watch a YouTube video on. But I think I'll probably reach a point with Starfield where if any of the things that I'm doing become frustrating and feel like they're holding me back from enjoying the game, I'll just decide to not care about spoilers and just go watch some YouTube tip videos on how to do certain things. I watched a YouTube video, I think it was a TikTok actually, about ship battle. I won't share the details here because I did find it was kind of an exploit. So someone figured out how to exploit ship targeting. I was like, well, fine. I mean, I know now that I know that, that's good to know. But I'm not going to design my ship to be invincible. That defeats the purpose to me of enjoying the game. Yeah, it's not really a cheat. It's more like an exploit. Like, they're not breaking any rules. They're just like, oh, hey, I discovered that the game does this. And if I do that, if the game does A and I do B, B counters A, and I am, immortal, indestructible, and I can get all the money. Like, it just, at that point, you're not playing a game, you're doing chores. Like, if I wanted something to be as boring as washing the dishes, then I would just go wash the dishes. I don't know if I've asked this recently, but How is the background music volume on the LEGO streams? That's effectively what mob farms are in Minecraft. Hostile mob farms using the game's mechanics to do something unintended. Well, I don't know. I think in some way that gameplay has been embraced by the developer, by Mojang, and they consider mob farm mechanics when they make changes to the game now. Whereas I think flying through space in Starfield and being unable to be hit by enemy spacecrafts, I think was not the game experience that Bethesda intended. I've made these crooked somehow. I was thinking more in line with the TNT duping, probably not intended, but can be done, so it falls in a gray area whether you should or should not. I think TNT duping is a better example, Kel. I think that's a better example. And that's the kind of thing where if Mojang patched out TNT duping, I'd just like, well, it was nice while it lasted. We don't do it on the Citadel, but I know that big players like, you know, say like Doc M or somebody would be against it. But I think maybe that if Mojang ever did remove TNT duping from the vanilla game, then somebody would maybe just add it in with the data pack, right? So many servers and content creators now use data packs or mods for quality of life stuff. Music is good, says Wayward Gamer. Thanks very much. Appreciate the feedback. I hear it in my headphones. I would be happy to turn it up for viewers if I think I can separate that. I might have to switch to using OBS Studio eventually for LEGO. Right now I'm using OBS Streamlabs desktop just because it's a different resolution than my streaming. My normal streaming is 1440 and this is 1080, and so if I keep it on a separate app, I don't have to change the output resolution every time I switch. I mean, it's only once a week, it's not the end of the world. Music volume is fine. Just extended my sub for 6 months due to the September thing, but it won't alert anything for 3 days. Leaguer, that's incredible. Thank you ever so much. 6 months. Wow. I really appreciate that. And yes, September, thanks for bringing that up. There's probably been a little bit of a chat bot tossing around in the live chat, but subs are 30% off to you, the viewer, for the month of September. The streamer still gets the same value, 50% of the original cost, not 50% of the sale cost. So you get to help out your favorite streamers, save a little bit of money. And for me, you'll get access to my emotes and access to the Joel Duggan Discord. 100 made that crooked. 100% made that crooked. All right. Yeah. I've been laying out these pieces and talking about Starfield and Minecraft. I haven't even been thinking about where these are going to go. I mean, I'm assuming with the windows, we're going to be doing some outside tower work in the lighthouse. We haven't even done the roof of the lighthouse keeper's cabin yet. All right, that's bag 10, laid out, ready to go. Cosmic Dancer, thanks for the 100 bits. True Purple, welcome in, good to see you. Didn't see much more about Starfield. I feel like me and Dan are the only folks playing it right now. The instrucciones. I don't remember where we left off. I guess we just gotta look for the bag. Oh, there's the tower. Oh, that's got a roof. Nope, this is beyond where we should be. That's the roof. This looks familiar. Bag 10, there we go. I think Cosmic Dancer says I downloaded Starfield, but there are people, a couple of people making me not want to play it at the moment. Oh, really? Is it like... Hopefully I'm not turning you off the game. Kel says I don't own Starfield, so no opinions on it. Oh, Boo! Hey! Been a minute. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Did we lose the mic? Hopefully not. Just randomly cut out? Obu says I have a meeting in a few. So I guess happy Friday. I can't hear the music anymore though. Don't know what happened. You can still hear the music? Well, if you can hear the music, as long as you can hear me, I don't mind not being able to hear the music. Really tedious for me. It's less background in my earbuds, it's a little bit more in my head. Music cut out for you? That's annoying. Hold on. VOD's a little bit strange if there's no music. Am I okay for volume and stuff? When in doubt, close iTunes and reopen it up again. Jody, thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. Okay. 8 of those. Wow. I have to move some of this. Let's just go down the sides. It's so interesting how you're using like plates and stuff to build up the facades of the lighthouse. Yeah, I had to close iTunes and open back up again. Classic. Cosmic says it's not people that are not making me want to play Starfield. It's a couple of things I've noticed when I've been watching Starfield content that makes me think I'm not going to enjoy it. Oh, what are those things? Out of curiosity. That's the wrong way around. Oh, did I misread it, Kel? Thank you. Appreciate the heads up. So I need 4 of these little guys. And 6. 2. Oh. Cool. Appreciate it, Kel. Thanks for the lurk, Obu. Enjoy your day. Hopefully it's not too much for a Friday. So there's another one of these that goes here. That. And 2 of these pieces. Now I'm starting to feel deja vu. We've definitely built this kind of thing when we were doing the sides of the lighthouse tower yesterday. Not yesterday, last week. Yesterday. My entire week has been a blur. Six of these little guys. It's a really cool shape. And that goes on the front of the lighthouse. Here's the test of the second camera. Probably can't see much. Not really. So this piece goes here. It overlaps the cabin. It'll be neat to see how they handle the roof. What if I put this like right camera? Does that make sense? Really far away. The UI is definitely one of them for Starfield. I get confused easily, and if it's not clear what needs to be done or pressed, I can get frustrated. Oh, I can feel that. The frustration is real in that game. And some of the aspects of the game seem overly complicated, like I would probably spend hours choosing traits, unsure on what effect they would have, and then modding crafting of weapons too. Yeah, I decided not to dive into the crafting just too deeply on stream, just because I felt that it would be something that would come with time. It's those kind of things where, that's what I mean by the onboarding is really bad, in that they don't give you, they give you too much all at once with absolutely no instructions. And what I feel like they should do is gate some of that. Like, sure, by the time let's say you're level 20, and let's say by level 20 you've unlocked modding weapons, and you've unlocked shipbuilding, and you've unlocked all that kind of stuff. But if you do that gradually over time, then it'll be better. Now, I've not spent much time in the game. We've only got about 10 hours in, and a lot of that was on stream. So, you know, take my, we haven't done that yet, with like a grain of salt, because it could be that I need to get to that 30 hours, that 40 hours in before I start to have those things, you know, unlocked for me. All right, now we're ready. So I've got this piece here. So, oh, there's two of them. Make two. And one goes here on the front, and the other one goes on the back. Do I have to make two of those pieces? I think I have to make two of those things. Oh, I skipped ahead. Page stuck together. That's what was going on. Never mind. Hold on. I got ahead of myself. The instruction booklet pages got stuck together. Oh, come on. It's going to be really warm here today. I can already feel how warm the studio is. You know that thing when, like, it's just warm enough in a room that when something happens where you have to correct yourself, like you can feel yourself getting flustered? It's like, it's a little bit too warm in here. Okay, I do have to make two of those. All right, I got ahead of myself. Distracted by Starfield chat. All right, so back to step one. That makes more sense, because then we'd have one on the front and one on the back. Exactly, says Cosmic. The game feels overwhelming and I get overwhelmed easily. Yeah, I can see that. I had someone reach out on Twitter yesterday and ask, like, what were your first impressions of the game? Looking forward to playing it myself. And I said, it's beautiful, the story is fun, but the UI is really frustrating. And I said, you know, so don't beat yourself up. if you get confused or feel dumb when trying to figure things out in the game, it's not you. And they wrote back to say that they really appreciate that feedback because that's the kind of thing that would happen to them. So I think if people approach Starfield, which I should say, you shouldn't have to approach a game that's been in development for this long in 2023 with this mindset. You shouldn't have to. But I think for people to get into Starfield and enjoy it, you're going to have to say like, okay, the UI is going to be tough. I may have to look stuff up on the internet. I might just have to bite that bullet in an RPG just to enjoy it. But I mean, take Minecraft, for example. There's lots of stuff that people have to look up on the internet on Minecraft. We talk about that on the Spawn Chunks all the time. You know, Minecraft gives you some information, but they certainly, you know, there's lots of things out there that you have to look up, you know? Because you'll see it done maybe in a video, but you won't know how it's being done. So yeah, I think that's something that I don't think it's good game design, but I think that it's a reality of where Starfield is. But what I don't understand is how so many review sites are giving Starfield like 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong, but like the UI and the communication of onboarding in the game, that has to have some demerits, you know? Demerits sound like I'm in Cub Scouts. My week has been a blur, says Kel. Oh, you've been modding for Tadpole. I didn't know you modded for Tadpole. That's awesome. Is Tadpole's subathon still going? For folks that are wondering, Tadpole Milk was nice enough to fill in for Johnny on the Spawn Chunks this week. And so you can go check that out at thespawnchunks.com. It was myself and Tadpole talking for about an hour and 15 about Minecraft. It was great. And Tadpole_milk_ on Twitch. We raid them all the time. You probably know them. Try not to get lost in the instructions this time around. That's that. And then okay. Yeah, I missed the second arrow there. That doesn't stay on with a whole lot on the back. That's interesting. And then we flip, we do windows. Makes way more sense to do the windows first. You're a VIP over there, but stepped in as an emergency moderator. Oh, that's cool. Two of these. It's one. I've got these. Try not to get fingerprints on the plastic. Having one of those days where my fingers are just not listening to me. You know, I think I might have said that last week too. That's wrong. Okay. Put these on each one. It's a cool little way to do a windowsill. I wish we could do more stuff like that in Minecraft. More windowsills and smaller details like that. That'd be fun. Hasn't been a whole lot of clicking today. That. These go in here. How do these go? That doesn't fit. Did I do that wrong? I did do this wrong. Hard to tell with the way that they do the graphics in the book. I think this might be, yeah. Yep, okay. That's what I did wrong. Okay. So I had this little black piece on the bottom the wrong way around. Whoop. I had it right the first time, but then I second guessed myself. So they need to attach there and there. Oh, helps if I put it on the right way. Yeah, so those two places are the connections. This has been one of the more challenging builds, I think, to capture on camera. Then we can put these on. Cool. I feel like what I should do, move some of this here. I know that's kind of under the leaderboard, but I feel like it's a better shot. Back to pick up small children. No worries, Dan. Appreciate it. Shout out to all the regulars, really, because I mean, I've absolutely changed up my streaming schedule this week because of Starfield, and I really appreciate the folks that have been here for a lot of it. New game, new time of day streaming. I mean, it overlaps with my regular time of day, but still, I really appreciate folks that have put the effort in to come out and hang out. We're gonna play Starfield later. Actually, we're gonna stream Lego for 2 hours. Actually, I'm coming up on a break, and then we're gonna switch to Starfield and play that for the rest of the day. See if we can get a little bit farther ahead. I'm gonna really make a conscious effort to not rant about the UI. I'm really concerned about coming across as overly negative. Not that, you know, I don't feel like a game should be criticized, but I don't want to have like a negative vibe on stream, if that makes sense. Till Friday, I want things to stay relatively positive. Stream time is at 1 hour. Not sure if you want to break yet. I think what I might do, Cosmic, is I'll probably just finish this bag, and then we'll do one more bag, I think. Yeah, bag 11 isn't super big, so we'll do bag 10 and 11 today, but I'll take a break when I finish putting all this stuff on. We've only got a few pieces left here. Thanks though. 3,000 years behind on mobile. Yeah, sometimes the mobile thing is not the best. We have to make 2 of those. Roger that. Slowing down and paying attention like a good boy. Don't know why I phrased it like that, but here we are. Wonder what these little rail pieces are going to be for. Probably just for filling in corners. I think we did this on Optimus Prime, and using these rail pieces to fill in corners sometimes is really effective. So that's probably what we're going to be doing. Thor of Asgard says, I love lurking while grinding in Minecraft no matter what you're doing. Oh, that's really nice. Thanks. Yeah, I used to do that. When I had big dig projects in Minecraft, I absolutely would throw on like Tangent or I Am Kibitz. Some streamer that would be like streaming for the day. You know, you've got like, you just park it there for like 6 hours and you know that you're going to be entertained, you know? Okay, so these are the top of the lighthouse. Getting heavy. They look like that. They connect really securely. I quite like the way that they connect. Well, on the front anyway. In the back, there's not a whole lot, but that might be because they want you to have easy access to the back for wiring and stuff. That could be the case. I've got a couple of these that go. And then we're back to making windows. I almost need to mark off like somewhere here on the mat, like where's a good spot to stick the model so that you can see it in both cameras. That way. There's a little writing on these, and I always try to make it so that the writing isn't backwards. Not that it really matters. Only matters to me. What I maybe should be paying attention to is the weird dot that's on them. Windows. Okay, let's do this right this time. There. Yeah, watching Twitch on mobile is always tough. I try to be conscious of that when I'm chatting with somebody in chat and their responses are like really slow. I've noticed recently, I probably have quite a few people that watch on mobile, because like a couple times in Starfield yesterday, I'd be just like, hey, what do you think, chat? Should we answer this or answer that? And it takes like forever, or at least what seems like forever, for me to see a response in chat. And I think that's because a lot of people are watching on mobile. Or that I know a lot of my viewers, especially a lot of the regulars, are overseas. That goes like this. Window readies. Hope that's not something I've missed. I am that Lego builder that gets obsessive over one by one pieces rotating in place. Okay. There. Thor, you're sometimes watching on mobile? It's good to know. Does anyone know if it's possible to watch Twitch on Roku TV? They discontinued the app I used to use. Jody, that's really frustrating because I use the Xbox app, and the Xbox app is terrible. And I was thinking about going back to Roku to watch Twitch on a Roku TV. My only suggestion, my Roku TV allows AirPlay. So if you have a mobile device, an iPad, or a phone, then you can AirPlay the video to the big screen, but then you can use your phone for chat, which is way better than like an Xbox controller or anything else. So I would try an AirPlay option instead. It might mean you're still going to be kind of laggy, unfortunately, because of using mobile. All right, so we've done those two pieces. Windows are in, and now we do the these top pieces, I guess. Just like that. And then they go here. Creates a nice little ledge over the window. It's really cool. There we go. One little bit left over. Bag 11. hard for me to tune into the streams of some creators I follow as I live in Australia on the opposite side of the world to all of them. Yeah, that would be really tricky, Freckless. That would be tough. Queensland, it sounds like? Cool. You are 100% on the exact opposite side of the planet from me. I don't remember I don't remember where, but like if you drew a line through the center of the Earth from Nova Scotia, I'm pretty sure it pops out like off the coast of New Zealand or something, but close enough to say like time zone wise, it's like 12 or 13 hours. You are on the flip side of the planet. Currently midnight. Yeah, it's 11:13 a.m. here. I'm going to take that break, folks. If you're new to the stream, I take a break once an hour. I encourage you to do the same. Stand up, get a stretch, grab a drink, maybe poke a friend, bring them into the stream. We're always trying to grow the channel, and I'm having fun. I hope you are too. So if you think someone would enjoy this, by all means, bring them in, and we'll see you in about 5 or 6 minutes. back again. Thank you so much, Leaguer Gaming, for the gifted sub going out to Freckless. Freckless, I think you've been told in the Discord and chat here, but you can join the Discord. Just connect to your Twitch and your Discord accounts, and then you can join in the Joel Duggan Discord. There are a number of people from around the world, so you might find a few folks in your time zone. You also will find that it's an active Discord, but not in an overwhelming way, in that people will absolutely respond to questions and things like that. And so being in a different time zone is not a huge deal. Unless you want to like get on audio with somebody and play some video games. It might be a little bit tricky that way. Page 78 for bag 11 is where we are. This looks like the roof. Now, where am I going to put this thing? I have this mat clamped down, but it's somehow buckled in some places. I don't know why. I'm assuming most of this is going to be building it in front of us and then attaching it to the model later. Another small bag, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, cool. There's the Aurora Point is the name of the area. See, I feel like that would have been a nicer name for the set. Motorized Lighthouse feels very like sell this as opposed to Aurora Point Lighthouse. I guess you could do both, the motorized Aurora Point Lighthouse. Maybe that's too long. Oh, this track is not happening. You know, it's funny. I was thinking on my break. I don't think of myself as someone that's super attached to their phone. Like, yeah, I use it for work. I use it for personal use, social media, that kind of thing. But one of the things I noticed on my break is that because the phone is set up as my camera right now, my second camera, I can't check my messages on my break. And I felt that lack of habit, like that absence of being able to do that on my break was noticeable. I was like, that's not good. I shouldn't notice it that hard. Lots of detail in this one, it looks like. Lots of detail. Those are cool pieces. Hey, the mighty Elkhorn is here. Thanks for coming by, Elkhorn. Hope you're having a good day. What's new on Infinity Cove, Elkhorn? What have you and the other covers been up to? I definitely feel like jigsaw puzzles would be something I would be doing if I wasn't into Lego. I feel like jigsaw puzzles would kind of be my thing. I used to like all that kind of stuff as a kid. Jigsaw puzzles, word search. Not necessarily an attachment to your phone. Your phone is your connection to the outside world when you're at home. I can get the feeling of, I get that feeling of feeling off if you're not able to check messages. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Something that I like to think I am pretty good at is I'm the kind of person that when I'm out with my friends, I will absolutely have my phone on silent and in my pocket. And the only time it comes out of my pocket and goes anywhere near the table at a pub is if like we're sharing memes, you know, like if, oh, I saw this funny video, or oh yeah, like I really like this artist, you should check them out, and we show the profile or something like that. That's the only time that I bring up my phone. If I'm out with friends in person, then like whoever's texting me or whatever, I mean, unless obviously it's like I'm meeting somebody or if there's a group, then sure, I'm going to be keeping an eye on my phone. But once everybody that I'm going to be spending the day with is there, you know, if it's an outside activity, I'll probably bring my phone out to take pictures, but like, that's like bringing a camera out of your pocket. I'm not necessarily checking messages at that point, right? That's one of the things that I think is so appealing about eventually getting a dog, is that ability to unplug, you know? Now, granted, I'm sure I would be one of those dog people that ends up taking an absolute metric ton of videos. But like, if the dog's awake, I'm not going to be on my phone. If the dog's napping, that's when I'll be doing social media and sharing stuff with folks, you know? My organizational tendencies really show, I think, when I'm on stream. And it's weird. I don't want to sound like I'm on some high horse because, like, my kitchen right now does not look like this. I have a job later. I really have to do some cleanup. It's been a really busy week. I just haven't filtered in the time. Three, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. With all these big pieces, it won't take very long for the roof to come together. Kel says I do the same with my phone. Keep it in my pocket when out with people. I only bring it out to take photos. So it irritates me when my uncle spends half the dinner on his phone, especially when we're out for my birthday. Ooh, shots fired. Yeah. Especially for occasions, you know. I also, it's different when I'm like together for my family for the entire day. Like on Christmas, I try not to be on it, but I'll take it out for like a couple of minutes, specifically to like message friends, wish them Merry Christmas. But then for the most time, you know, like I'm trying to keep my phone in my pocket, and again, taking pictures of like my niece reacting to a Christmas gift or something like that. But beyond that, I try to keep it in my pocket. Family events like that, like, man, don't be sitting there on your phone. I think it's really challenging after the lockdowns around the world. I think a lot of people got used to spending a lot of time on their phone, myself included. I'm not pointing fingers. Yeah, I feel like that's absolutely something that happened. And then you've got things like TikTok and like different ways that people are able to like reach out and connect and make friends around the planet. Like I can understand why people spend so much time on them. Aldebar, good to see you. Too hot outside, says Dan. It's gonna be a warm day here too. It's like 80 or 90% humidity, and it's gonna be 30 plus degrees. My studio is, well, I've started the air conditioner already. I've got some air circulating in here now, so hopefully it will not be as bad when I switch over to Starfield. I'm a little closer to the window and the doors here. I mean, my window is shut because the AC's on, but the door to my studio is much closer to the Lego table than it is this computer table. At the computer table, I'm very much like in the depths of the studio. How was the second camera for when I was putting things together there in the earlier bag? Was it helpful? Cool? Nice to have a camera, picture in picture? I got to a point and I had to make a rule. Barring emergencies, calls from other family members, or to look at something up based on the conversation topic, the phone stays in the pocket. I mean, we're out to celebrate my birthday. I'd like him to be present outside of the phone. Yeah, totally, right? Yeah. I agree. I agree. When I get on a little rant about phones or social media, I feel like I'm showing my age. Let's slide this around here. Actually, you know what? These will probably go. Oh, the little pieces that stick to your finger. Good times. Hashtag sarcasm. Wayward Gamer says, I know the feeling and I'm not even that old. That feeling starts before you think it should. I remember joking about myself being that get off my lawn guy when I was in my 30s. And I'd be just like, uh-oh. If I'm this grumpy now, this could be a problem. Let's see if we can make this look not terrible. Probably not. Every once in a while, I feel like I fail wholeheartedly at the knolling of the pieces. And then sometimes they're so small and move around so easily, I just don't care. This looks like it's going to be... This might be the lantern, maybe at the top of the lighthouse, I guess. Oh no, maybe this is inside the roof, perhaps. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get, I think. Waits for McScrewgunn to burst into chat with, at least you're not as old as Elkhorn. Elkhorn, are we the same age? I know there's some people in the community that are older than I am, but and no ages in chat. Like don't mention it. I wasn't barking up that tree. It's half rhetorical. All right, that's bag 11, laid out and ready to go. Not a complete disaster, but not the nicest looking. Okay. What did I say? 140 something? Not even close. 78. Yeah, so we're just going to move this out of the way. Aldebar, no ages, but I'm older than both you and Elkhorn. Thankfully not older than the two of you combined. GrandpaCrafter for a reason. Yes, no, I figured that much, GrandpaCrafter. Ham in transit, thanks very much. That's one of the reasons why we do it. It extends the build a little bit, it extends the playtime. More time to hang out on stream and chat with people, but also very organized, very satisfying, and then when you go to do stuff, it's a lot easier to find things. For those paying attention, I almost swore just then. And I have no idea why. It's been a long week. I guess this cabin really isn't very big, is it? I think it's because I think about the LEGO Let's Chats, and then you kind of like just chill chat with the stream as closer to the Citadel Cafe. And so on the Citadel Cafe, we have the explicit tag just because it allows myself and my friends to just kind of like speak plainly and talk about whatever we want. But when I'm playing Minecraft, obviously, and then when I'm streaming other games, I try not to be vulgar. I mean, not that swearing isn't. I mean, I'm an adult. I can use adult language. But things like Starfield, I'm surprised there hasn't been any cursing. I like the game, but there's been some frustration, and there hasn't been many jump scares, but there's definitely been a couple times where somebody's come around the corner and I've been like, oh, there's a bad guy there. I might want to shoot him. So I guess like some small jump scares. This is going to be a cool looking roof. I like these little handles. Oh wow. So the roof actually has like an indent. That is a really difficult angle and concept to come up with. How this is going to push the roof in a little bit. Very cool. Don't have the patience for it, but I admire it greatly, says Ham. Thanks. I think this bag is going to come together quite quickly. A lot of symmetry happening. These are on the inside. Interesting. Whoops. I guess they're meant to look like the rafters. Four of these little guys. It's hilarious that the 2 times you've cursed on stream in the last 5 years, both of those times have been playing Minecraft. Yeah, that's right. It's like creepers, wasn't it? Weren't they both creepers? Or did I like screw up on a build? It was really funny when I had Tadpole on the Citadel Cafe a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, in that I don't think I informed him before we were recording that the Citadel Cafe was explicit, and then, you know, I let him know by swearing on the podcast with him, and he was not ready. It was pretty funny. Right, here we go. This is one of those detailed builds where like I feel like I'm struggling to talk about other things. I'm just kind of like talking about what I'm doing. Really interesting that they're putting all this detail on something that's inside the roof of the cabin where you can't really see much. Whoops. More symmetry. Do more of these. Oh, got ahead of myself. These little guys go in between. That's really cool that they line up like that. I didn't realize that they did that. These hinge pieces and these little, I'm not sure what you want to call these, little facets. They line up. I really need to get a second monitor so I can see what's on the screen, like out here, like on the wall. This goes here. The roof then angles out this way. Now this reminds me of Satisfactory. These little angled pieces, these down corner pieces. 100% a Satisfactory piece from that game. One was a creeper and the other was a zombie that got one of the villagers you spent an age putting in the block bank in the modern city. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like a Minecraft curse waiting to happen. Add the window. I like these little plastic, almost look like stained glass window frames. They're very effective. Once again, for folks that are wondering, Twitch subs are 30% off this month. That's 30% off for you, but the streamer that you're supporting still sees the full benefit of a sub. You'll get access to my Discord, you'll get access to some of the emotes here on the channel. You can also look at things like Patreon. Patreon is another great way to support your favorite streamers. And I do have one, it's just patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Very easy to find, and that will also get you an invite to the Discord. All roads lead to Rome. And on the Patreon page, if you're a Minecraft player and you're looking to join a like-minded server with a bunch of laid-back, nerdy friends, then you can check out some of the higher tiers on Patreon. And maybe even join Infinity Cove, which is my patron server. Which I asked Elkhorn about earlier, and I completely did not catch up on chat. About what the latest happenings are on the server, but very active. There's a number of people that stream. I think Bang Covers in chat will give you a list of Twitch channels. So there's an extra one here I didn't put on. Getting turned around here. Good. These go here. A really interesting piece for the inside decoration of that. And then these pieces build up the roof. That's really cool. I think I mentioned this before, but I've not built a Lego house before. This is the closest I've ever done to building a house. We build a lot of vehicles on the channel. Minipax and Lewas and I have been working on a Mushroom Island conversion into a location for the Dresden Files novels. Oh, that's cool. Dresden Files. Those are the ones where like it's a noir detective series, but he's a wizard or magic sensitive or something. I think it was Lou. It was either Lou or maybe Brockett. Maybe both of them were really into the Dresden Files on the Citadel Cafe podcast. Oh, that's wrong. Wasn't paying attention. Urban Arcana or Arcana detective series. Yeah. Okay, so I had it right. Yeah, I've always wanted to check those out, but I've not tried. Did you read the books or did you listen to the audiobooks? 6 of these. Or those. And so we just use this to offset them a little bit. That's a cool way to do it. That way the lines on the shingles are different. I guess we'll do this the other way. It's clever. I like that. So how is the clearing of the Mushroom Island going? Because that's something that I might do for a sci-fi location on the Citadel when I eventually get there. This creates the little dormer over the door, I think. Very cool. And then this goes all the way down the middle. I like that they cover up the double stud on the roof. That to me was not something I'd be on board with. Oops. I'm betting the gray bits go on top of that too. Cool. Yep, they do. That's awesome. It'd be tricky where they're all singles. Trying to get them to not be crooked. Probably easiest to straighten them as I go. But I love the detail. Dresden is a really enjoyable series, says GrandpaCrafter, especially in the earlier half. Cool. It's good to know. Elcorin read multiple times. The audiobooks are excellent. James Marsters from Buffy does them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's got a great voice. I'd listen to him read an audiobook. It's something that I've definitely developed over years as a podcaster, as an appreciation for someone with a really good voice. I wish I was better at sight reading. I'd love to try to get some audio work, you know, like reading for, you know, ads or things like that. But, you know, even audiobooks. But I have trouble getting through an email and the spawn chunks without messing up. And I know that audiobooks and things like that are they're edited and there's multiple takes for lines. Like I get it, but yeah, I really wish that I was better at like sight reading. That goes there. We do another one for the front. I'm really glad that there's not a sticker we have to put on for the Aurora Point sign. That's just like a printed piece. Good on you, Lego. I like this a lot. More of that in the future. Really cute. And oh, a chimney. Interesting. I forgot about the chimney. Now they've got it going backwards for whatever reason. I might put mine the other way. So that the bricks face outside. Cool. Oh, that's where the little piece is going to go. That's cool. We do double smokestack. Put these down. Extra detail. Sort of looks like terracotta or maybe like a cast iron or something. A little smoke. Huh. And then we've got this piece. Oh, the lantern hangs outside the door. That's what it is. Oh, I forgot about something. Don't let me end the stream without a fun little announcement. That's the lantern. That hooks in here. And then this goes underneath. Looks like that. Few spare pieces. We've not had a lot of spare pieces in this particular kit. So this indentation here, which I thought originally was for the door, is actually to accommodate the tower. And this goes on, and there's 2 studs here and 2 studs there. Flips on like that. I think that's both sides. Cool. Oh, something just fell off. Anchor. That's cool. Hard to see from the top, but hopefully better shot. Well, I mean, at this point I can just pick this up. I'm not sure why I never thought about this until now. But with such a vertical build, definitely better. All right, folks, that's where I'm going to wrap up the Lego portion of today's stream. I'm going to take a slightly extended break so I can get some food in my face, and then we're going to boot up Starfield and continue on with our missions that we started yesterday. EladJenkins. I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. I do every Friday. Normally it's at 1 o'clock Atlantic. We started at 10 a.m. Atlantic because I'm doing some extended streams this week with the launch of Starfield, which we're going to play now. But yeah, every Friday we work on Lego. And after this, I've got the Lego Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing from Star Wars to do. So that's going to be happening after we finish the Lego Lighthouse. However, before I go, I want to extend another big shout out and thank you. This lighthouse was actually sent in by Cosmic Dancer as a birthday gift. Oh, I'm going to knock some stuff off. But something that arrived on Sunday is the Bricks Max LED lighting kit for the lighthouse. And that is also from Cosmic Dancer. So Cosmic, again, thank you ever so much for the very thoughtful gift. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like, you know, the lights in the kit that come with Lego, and then adding some of this other ambient lights going up the lighthouse. Looks like there's lights all along the bottom here as well. So it should be really interesting. I don't know how difficult it's going to be to apply because this is a pretty interesting model, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the LEDs on stream. That's something I might do later, but definitely something very, very cool to put in at the end of the build. So once again, folks, if you're just watching this as a VOD later, you can check out all the VODs on YouTube. That's Joel Duggan VODs. You can follow me on social media, Joel Duggan. You can also listen to my free podcasts, the Citadel Cafe and the Spawn Chunks, about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment and Minecraft, respectively. If you are into the Star Wars Ahsoka series, we're going to be talking about that on the next episode of the Citadel Cafe that should record next Wednesday. And that'll be with myself and Steven ESC. I am going to, again, take a short break, grab some food, and we'll be back with Starfield in about 15 minutes. I will end the stream briefly and then put up a starting soon screen for Starfield. So don't go anywhere. Enjoy the chat. And thanks again for the bits and the subs today. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in just a few. Bye for now.